Hey Rissy, happy 2018. I hope you had a good start in the new year. This is my first video of the year. Thank you so much for all the responses to my top 10 of 2017 video and the contest responses. The contest is up until January 15, so you have a few days, 2 days left. At the end of the video I will read out the names of the people which have participated yet. If your name doesn't show up, just leave me something in the comments, so I just want to make sure I have seen all the responses so far. This is the vinyl tag video. I've seen the tag going around in the VC quite a lot of times, and I think it's enjoyable to watch all the responses. And Paul Barracuda asked me if I would join doing this, and I just thought, why not? I didn't do the 2017 tag because I thought the questions were rather uninteresting or strange and not my type, but this year the questions are a bit more interesting, so I just thought I'd make a quick video and go through the 20 questions. So I have to read the questions on my phone because I just did a screenshot. Okay, question number 1. First video you ever saw on the VC? Well, that's probably Derek Higgins' Krautrock Revisited video, which I'm pretty sure was the first one I've ever watched. Long before I didn't even know of the VC and anything that you would just talk about records on YouTube, and it was the time where I was getting into krautrock and I was just like googling stuff on YouTube, Google on YouTube, well, whatever, searching stuff on YouTube, and his video showed up, and afterwards I was pretty amazed that people are showing their collections online, and yeah, so yeah, that's probably the first video I ever saw from the VC. Question number 2. Favorite record that you discovered via a VC video? There are a lot of records which I have discovered through the VC, and I'm very thankful for that. But if I have to choose a particular one, it would probably be this one, because otherwise I wouldn't have known from this artist, and it's one of my favorite records, and that's Brian Eno taking Tiger Mountain by Strategy, which I think I have seen the first time in one of Fred Speaks Down 1000's videos, so thank you Fred for introducing me to Brian Eno. And now I just cannot imagine my life without this record, so yeah. Question number 3. What are your other hobbies? Well, first of all, it's painting with coffee, duh. Furthermore, it would be trail running, which is like basically running in the forest and in the mountains. Reading, preferably fantasy, science fiction and classical novels. Anything related to Lord of the Rings and Star Wars. Vegan cooking and playing video games. Question number 4. Why did you start to collect? Well, I don't think that anyone in the VC has sat down and thought, well, I think I should start to collect vinyl records. It's just a subconscious thing. I mean, you listen to music, in my case I was listening to a lot of hip-hop music when I was a teen. That and the samples that were used in the hip-hop records, funk, soul and jazz and psychedelic stuff. I just ventured out into other musical genres, and after a while I just bought some records, and yeah, there was no point where I just felt like, oh, I need to collect. It was like, after a point you just realize, oh, you have suddenly like 200 records and maybe you could call yourself a collector, I don't know, but it's just a subconscious thing. You just started buying records, music you liked, and then you ended up being a collector, kind of. Do you play an instrument or are you in a band? I've had guitar lessons when I was a kid, and I think like 2 years ago I started trying to play the guitar again, but I've come to the realization that I have no musical talent or whatsoever, so no, I suck at playing instruments. Not my thing. Number 6. Ever work in a record store? Not yet, but we will see what the future will bring, so stay tuned for the answer to this question. Favorite album of the year you were born? Yeah, I've been born in 1989. I think the 80s are the most horrible musical period ever. Just, you can beat me for that, I'm sorry, but I just don't click with the 80s, and I actually just was looking up stuff, but I think I don't have any album from 1989 on vinyl. I would, if I have to choose an album, I would say it's the Beastie Boys' Paul's Boutique, which I have on CD somewhere down in the cellar, that's where all our CDs went a while ago. But I just didn't bother to just search for it. Yeah, but if I have to choose an album, it would be Beastie Boys' Paul's Boutique. Number 8. What classic record have you never heard? I'm pretty sure there are lots records I haven't heard, but if I have to choose one, I'm pretty sure I never heard the Beatles' White Album. I'm not that much of a Beatles fan, of course I know their stuff, but it's not like it's one of my favorite bands and I'm not collecting them. I have like 2 or 3 Beatles albums, but yeah, I get their significance, but it's not just really my thing. Number 9, a guilty pleasure record. I have been asked to do a guilty pleasure video several times before, but the problem is that I cannot come up with that much albums I would put in that category. Because if I like it, it's not a guilty pleasure for me. But I have searched for something that would be remotely in that category, and that would be Earth, Wind and Fire, one best of album. Because whenever it's September, I'm going to annoy the shit out of my husband with just putting up that one song and just playing it almost every day. So yeah, maybe that's a guilty pleasure. Number 10, the strangest record you have. That will probably be this record here, released originally on Pläne, a German jazz crowd rock private label, which is called Zeitgenossen Il Contemporaneo. This is basically left-wing communism music with Italian lyrics and song titles like Our Vietnam, I Am a Metal Worker, The Equality, and yeah, Che Guevara, stuff like that. So yeah, I think that's pretty strange. Number 11, show a picture disc. I would go for 2.5 ones here. First one is The Included, Hockey Fried. This is singer-songwriter Kimya Dawson together with the rapper A$AP Rock, and pretty adorable picture disc. And a great album, which I absolutely love. And the second one would be a single by Quasimodo, Madlib, rapper, which I really like because it's like the whole thing and the uncensored version. Number 12, best posthumous release. I would go for Tredgressor Stena Tag for Cuffet, which is dedicated to 2 late band members and contains some of their plays on it here. Number 14, what artists do you impulsively collect? Anything by Y, which I have talked about before. Yeah, whenever Y brings out a new album, I immediately go into order it. Best blind buy. This would be Big Black Lion Walk. Saw this on a record fair, didn't know anything about it except that, oh, it's on Uni and it's an amazing album. Okay, next question. A blind spot artist, which I interpret as an artist I'm aware of, but I just should check out more. And that artist would probably be King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, the Wizard Lizard, the Lizard Wizard, Wizards, whatever, King Gizzard and the Wizard Lizard. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's an artist that I should check out and I would like, but they are releasing so many albums each year that I'm totally confused. I have the feeling like they have released like 5 albums last year. and it's just like overwhelming, and I wouldn't even know where to start with this. So yeah, I haven't checked them out, so maybe they are blind spot artists. Number 16, your favorite album cover. This is a tricky one, but I've decided to go with Miles Davis' Live Evil, made by the amazing artist Marty Klarwein, which I absolutely admire. And so yeah, I'm picking this for best album cover. Number 17, a musician you met. When I was younger, I was attending a lot of hip-hop concerts and met a lot of artists there. My favorite hip-hop artist I've met would be Evidence, but other great artists I've met recently would have been Kurang Bing and last year Wolfgang Downer. Number 18, show a record with sentimental value. One of them would be The Worst of Jefferson Airplane, a compilation, which has a great sentimental value to me because it was a record that was been playing while my husband proposed to me in a record shop. And the track White Rabbit was playing, so yeah. This one is one I really treasure highly. Number 19, your favorite album no one else seems to know about. Well, that would be Wolfgang Olszakowski's Zippo Zetterlink in the Sun, released originally in 1971. This is the 2015 Rava re-release. Absolutely fantastic krautrock rock album, which I think is completely under the radar, and I think should be known more because it's just a great album, and I never see anyone show this or even just respond to it. So yeah, I've talked about this in my krautrock video, which I will link below, so maybe this is of interest for you. And number 20, favorite album of a genre that you don't know well. I've decided to show Paulina Anastrom with Transmillennium Music. A fantastic album released in 2017, which is electronic ambient, I would say, which is a genre which I haven't explored that much yet, but would love to. And I just want to thank Calm for showing this as his favorite album of 2017. I've seen this being posted quite a lot before, but through his video I just decided to get it, and it's just a marvelous record, so thank you, Calm. So okay, that's it for the question. It was fun to do. On to the contest, as I said. It's up until January 15th. We have January 13th right now, so it's up for 2 days. And I just want to thank all the people that have participated so far and just quickly read the names. So if you have done a response and you're not on this list here, so please let me know, so I can just make sure that I will see every response. Yeah, it's been a lot of responses so far, which makes me really happy, and I will talk about this in the contest drawing, of course, a little bit more further, but so this is just a reminder. So responses I've seen so far are done by Hippie DJ Kid, Peter MDK 1958, Andreas Sonic Manliner, Derek Higgins, Culture Fan, The Oral Retentive, Mike, John 6-inch Pianist 319, David Guerre, Richard Riley, MWO486, Carsten My Analog Corner, Andrew Chase from the Crate, Paul Baraka P-Dub, Jonas from Sublime Media, David Local Bandography, Bill from Bill's Box of Sound, Chris, the F Reverend, Alex Motoric 247 I think, Yanni Grunge Finland, Jim My Left Toe, and James Battery. So if you have made a response and you were not on the list, just let me know in the comments so I just can be sure to see every response. Yeah. These were my responses to Vinyl Tag. Hope you enjoyed, and thank you for watching. Bye!